Alright, now enough for that gibberish. I decided to play this video in reverse, this first video clip, and show you how to reassemble the fan. Of course you would need a screwdriver for what I just did there. I don't know why I didn't have one in my hand. And just remove that one screw. On this fan, just have one screw there. And there you see I'm oiling gear, or greasing it. And I'm using lithium grease. And there you see I'm taking the oscillator assembly apart. And you want to be sure that knob is pulled up before you take it apart, because I found out the hard way that if you pop it down, you will lose 2 ball bearings from that assembly and have to go looking all over the floor for them. And notice that the screws are opposite of what normal screws are. They go in, they drive in the opposite direction is what I'm trying to say. So you turn counterclockwise to tighten them, instead of clockwise, for example. Well, that's about it. We'll resume normal video now. Let's see. Alright, I didn't think to video any of the disassembly of this fan, so we'll video the assembly of this fan. And what was going on was the clattering. It was clattering like crazy from the rear end. So maybe this white lithium grease will solve that. And I'm going to try to keep the camera in view. Hopefully I can. It looks kind of like it's as good as it's going to get right there. And there were just 3 screws to get down to this part on this particular fan, which is a Sears branded fan. I've debated on this a little bit. I wonder if this might be a Lasco fan. I could be wrong. I'll have to ask the online community. And it's got the 1/4-inch screws, which are ironically, or odd to me, are threaded backwards. So you go counterclockwise to tighten them up. And you go clockwise to loosen them. And I really haven't cleaned this fan up any. This is the condition I found it in. It was yesterday for $1. $1. Yeah. And I think before I attach this portion of the video, I'm going to show it off a little bit first, and then by running through the editor and just go just show how it runs first. As best as I can. It's probably going to be minus the clattering now. Find the screwdriver that goes to the back, but you got to see how easy this is to reassemble, and disassemble is just the opposite. So I think it's good enough for now. Well, as you can see, the oscillator works really good. I've still got that clattering. Which I think is just that motor bouncing back and forth, so we'll probably disassemble that in just a minute. And no, I couldn't get the screw back on the rear of the fan, so I just pulled that off and proceeded to this just see what it looked like while I was doing this, more or less. Alright, I did some disassembling off camera some more, and I'm down to a point where I can take the motor apart a little bit. You can kindly see what I'm doing there. And it's separated some. I'm trying to find the zoom on this camera. A bit. And I didn't want to take it fully apart. So I'm going to do something really weird. I guess you could say, but I finally finagled it the way I wanted it to go. And get this out, I'm going to get some grease on it. And I can back off that zoom just a little. Open the grease tube up again. And just do that to it, kinda. I'll tell you, I was glad to see that. I may have been off camera just then. I've been prone to do stuff like that. This time I might do this too, so I can pull it up and down that rod a little bit and try to get some more of that grease to pass through into the motor here. I'm not too good with these technical terms, so you have to bear with me a little bit. I know one thing, I hope this fan don't stink when it runs. Something tells me that it might. And I might be using the wrong kind of grease on this stuff, but you know, it don't have any oil ports or anything like that, so you would kind of want something that's long lasting. Like 30 years or more. And how am I going to do this? I'm not sure. That's how the motor goes back together. And finagle with this. Of course, you want to be careful with that bending plastic, but sort of seems like that's the only option we have to try to make things simple here. Alright, let's see. I'll tell you one thing, it's not going in back as going in as easy as it came out. But it's supposed to go through that hole some way. Alright, finally finagled a little bit. I just kind of had to bend around like I was doing. And I finally just got that shaft to go back through there. I don't think they really meant for these to be serviced, but here it is about 30 years later, and I'm going to service it. And it may even be a happier little guy than it ever was. Who knows? I got to set that ratchet thing right, and I've just got to put these screws back. Be right back. I don't have to show you that part really, I don't think. Alright, take a moment to give a water bath to the blades and the screens and grills or whatever's on this thing, because like I said, I'm not too good with technical terms. And this screws back together right here like so. It's probably not in camera all that good. And let's see here. I don't know what's going on here, but this was on the shaft. Like so. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or what, but This may look funky, doesn't it? As you can probably see, this is looking broke off inside here. And I believe I left the knob in the other room, so I'll be right back again. Alright, so I got that knob back. And the motor shaft was screwed down so tight up into this knob that you can see that it's made a stress point. So I don't know if somebody's been in there or what. And it was a good thing that I had the back off, because I had something back there to get a little bit of leverage on back there. I just had to that looks good so far. Let me back this up just a little bit. And there's some tabs on the side here that you match together on this particular model. That way, if you had a nameplate that actually said something, you would either get it perfectly right side up or perfectly upside down. Let's see. The tabs. No. Well, y'all can see this pretty well. Tabs are clear, so on this one. I'm just glad there's nothing really brittle, because that would have been a nightmare. Alright, got to get you kind of in shot here. And I think somebody said smoke test. Alright. Quite possibly the quietest this thing's ever run. Tell it's humid outside. There's dew all over my air conditioner. Anyway, solve that clatter. That's a flinging water all over me. Didn't dry everything perfectly, but that's alright. And y'all are probably getting wind noise to death. So I'll say thanks for watching. More to come later, and God bless.